Do you know what I find really, really frustrating? Sometimes we post like just a cool little tactical idea. And it might be this week we've been talking about winning back old customers and how to do it. And whenever we post like a few little tactical ideas, people go, wow, great idea, never thought of that. Well, we will have posted it at some point in the past. I can say that 90% of our tactical ideas, unless we happen to have read something, are things that we've already talked about. You know, maybe a month before, 2 months before, 3 months before. And the reaction at that time was, wow, great idea, I'll do that. And then people may or may not do it, because obviously saying something and doing it are slightly different things. And if they do it, they'll do it for a few days, then they don't get results, so they give up on it. And why this is so frustrating is because we don't suggest a tactic just for the hell of it. We know these tactics work, but we also know they work if you are consistent with them and persistent with them, and they're part of your strategy and they're part of your daily or, you know, every other day or weekly things that you do to grow your business, to improve your profit, to make sure that you're not constantly struggling for money or struggling to hit the next level or the next level or the next level. All you need is a plan to follow. Now, some people, you know, they don't follow through on ideas because maybe they're worried or frightened about something like the daily videos, you know, worried in their own heads, you know, what people will think of them. Now, you all post memes like, I don't give a damn what people think of me, I will be my authentic self, and then, you know, constantly prove to me that you do care what people think about you, and you hardly ever post anything as your authentic self. And where does fear come from? Fear comes from a lack of confidence. It comes from this little inner voice that somewhere along the line says, you're not good enough, you're not going to achieve, you're not this, you're not that, you're not knowledgeable enough, you don't have enough qualifications, you can't defend yourself if the trolls come in because your knowledge is lacking. Whatever it is comes from fear. It's like, you know, is a real indicator of confidence issues. It's actually the same with worry. If you're constantly worrying about money, for example, and where the next piece of money is going to come from, and you're worried that you're going to end up poor, or, you know, retire and have to live off, you know, some kind of state-funded system, which doesn't leave much in the bank. So it's like the idea of retirement in complete poverty, you know, is a total fear for you. That kind of worry, that future projection worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, the next day, the day after, which you can do nothing. Well, you can do things about that, but you can't do anything, you know, in theory, in that sense, actually still stems from a lack of confidence. A lack of confidence that your life is driven by your actions, that if you keep putting your plans into actions, there won't be these things to worry about. There won't be this lack of money. You know, one person leaves your program because you have your plans in place and you're seeing them through consistently, not just picking them up when you're desperate and worried about money. You needn't have any kind of fear or worries. But you have them, don't you? You have worries, you have fears, and this all comes back to confidence again. It's something I've really seen in you guys, because I come from a sort of very strategic, thought out, planning, marketing, project-based kind of business environment. And, you know, I could go into a business and look at their marketing plans and look at what they do, everything they do, because marketing isn't just about selling. It's about all sorts of stuff. You know, that's why it's got the 7 Ps: product, price, promotion, periodicity, physical evidence, etc., people. It covers all of that, but never mind. I could then present to a business the ideas that I'd had in a strategic plan, in a written report, with all the justifications as to why I believe this. And that's through proper analysis, not just, oh, my gut feeling says, proper analysis of the marketplace. And they will action some bits and they won't action other bits because they either do or don't, you know, but they're a business. At no point did I ever have to have a conversation about their fear or worry over money, or, you know, their lack of self-esteem, or could they actually see this through, or this project's a little bit big and a bit overwhelming. And this is kind of new to me in a way, because I'm very sort of business orientated, and hey, if this is going to work, you just go out there and you do it. And this idea that human beings get in the way, their own heads, their own thoughts get in the way just because it's a solo entrepreneur or a solo entrepreneur with a few outsourcers, totally new to me. Didn't really know how to handle it. I'll be honest there. A lot of my one-to-ones, I didn't know how to handle it. Because I was just going, hey, just put it in place, give it time as well. This impatience for everything to happen yesterday is ridiculous. Things take time. I wasn't really used to. So one reason I'm putting this 6 weeks together is I want to tackle some of those very, very fundamentals as well. Where does this lack of confidence come from? How can we overcome that? How can we go inside ourselves and understand how to get some self-belief and confidence in ourselves so that when we then go ahead and plan for 2016, we're fully confident, that word keeps coming up, that we'll actually put the plan in action, that we don't procrastinate, because procrastination is simply caused by fear. It's not really caused by lack of time. Lack of time is lack of time. Procrastination is avoidance. Why do you avoid things? Because they're hard, because they're difficult. But are they really? Or is it just that you believe they're hard and difficult because you don't have confidence in your ability to understand that or implement that? None of you are stupid, so you all have the ability. So this actually all comes down to a whole load of mindset-y stuff, and I'm not really a mindset-y person, but you know what? Hey, let's do it. I've had my own self-limiting beliefs, my own fears, my own doubts. Let's do this. Let's do that and do the planning. It's not just one thing. Let's actually make it really, really kick ass, so that we can have 6 weeks where you are fully zoned in and you're ready to really, really go for it in 2016. And the first hurdle, the first upset isn't going to throw you because of any lack of confidence or your ability to procrastinate or to go off and hide in a little corner going, oh, someone wouldn't speak to me. That's really, really bad. Okay, that was it for today. I know I've done 2 videos today, but I'm just kind of really fired up. So I was going to put that out there. What is actually holding you back? Why do tactics that I put up, you haven't planned them in? Why is that? It's because you're living day to day. You're not actually planning. So you see something, oh, good idea, I'll go do it. And actually what you should be doing is writing a plan, because then you've got a map to follow. The way some of you run your business and aspects of your business. I mean, I know some of you have plans, but to suddenly kind of jump from one thing to another is almost like setting off on a journey with like the roughest idea of how to get to X, Y, and Z. And then, you see a nice pub and you detour off. And it may not actually be relevant. It may not actually bring in more leads. It may not be of use to you, but because you never sat down and really planned it out and really mind mapped it out, you don't know that. Okay. Enough for today. I'm off to the fireworks, you'll be pleased to hear. And you'll be pleased to hear the answer to the previous video is yes, I was wearing clothes. It was just strapless. Anyway, speak to you later. Bye.